Hello world, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel for another video, and today we'll be looking at the second exercise of Codility lesson number 6, max product of 3, and it has a very simple explanation and it should be pretty quick. Let's get at it. Okay, so as always, let's go into Codility, this time lesson number 6, exercise 2, max product of 3. Let's read this in Python, and it says, an empty array A consisting of n integers is given. The product of triplet P, Q, R equates to A at P times A at Q times A at R, where n is bigger than R, and that's bigger than Q, and that's bigger than P, and that's bigger than or equal to 0. For example, on this array, it contains the following example triplets, 0, 1, and 2, 1, 2, 1, 4, and 2, 4, and 5, and they calculate their products, and the biggest one is 60. So your goal is to find the maximal product of any triplet. So write a solution that given a non-empty array A returns the value of the maximal product of any triplet. For example, on the array A given above, the function should return 60 because the product of the triplet at 2, 4, and 5 is maximal. So write an efficient algorithm for the following assumptions. N is an integer within the range 3 to 100,000, so we'll always have at least 3 elements. And each element of array A is an integer within the range minus 1,000 and 1,000. Okay, so this is pretty simple. I organized the numbers. We kind of have to sort them out from lowest to biggest, and we have a couple of cases. So case 1 is where all the numbers are negative. In this case, the maximal product will be A times B times C. On case 2, where we have only one positive, we can assure that we will have a positive number by multiplying C times Y times A, where C and Y are the lowest numbers. So this will give us a positive result. On case 3, if we have two positives, we still need to multiply C times Y times A, because otherwise if we multiply A and B with C, we'll have a negative number. And on case 4, where we have 3 positives, we have two alternatives. Either we multiply A times B times C, or C times Y times A could be bigger. So we need to take that into consideration to get the maximal result in this case. So if we sum it up, we only have two types of results that could give us the maximum number, and that is C times Y times A and A times B times C. So we just need to get the maximum between these two. So let's go and code this. So we're back here at Codility. Let's go ahead and start this test, and let's get rid of this here. And we're just going to need to sort the array. Then for simplicity, we're going to calculate the length of A, and then we just need to return the maximum between CY and ABC. So that would be A at 0 times A at 1 times A at n minus 1. So that's C, Y, and A, and now A, B, and C, which will be A, so this is out of here, this is n minus 1, that's A, times A at n minus 2, that's B, times A at n minus 3, and that's C. So let's see if this is working. It seems to be working fine. Let's go ahead and submit this task. And we got a result back with a task score of 100 and a correctness score of 100. And as expected, our algorithm ran in O n times logarithm of n. This is because of the sorting. So everything is looking fine. Okay, so that was it for today's video. We saw how using a simple sorting and logic, we can avoid having complex times and just have pretty much an ON log of n time. So that's it for today's video. If you like the content, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone if you think it would be valuable for them. I'll see you on the next one. Bye!